Hello and welcome to all you Scorpios out there. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for November 2015. And if you will hear some strange noises, I hope you won't hear it too much, but you are, you are prepared, or how do you say that? Now, what is November all about? It's about truth. And don't you Scorpios like that? A bit of truth there every now and then? What I like about Scorpios is that they're not fooling around and messing around with the truth. They are not pretending. They are not superficial just because of that. They don't want that, you know. For instance, if you don't like someone, you know, you're not going to pretend that you like them. So that's really what your sign is all about. And it's a very important month, November. Very important month for all of us, where we are going to feel squeezed. Some of us a bit more than others, but for you it will be okay, because you're a fixed sign. Saturn is out of your sign. You. Very good, because it's the mutable signs and the cardinal signs are going to have a bit more of that squeeze. But nevertheless, let's have a look at why are we going, or what areas of our life are going to become a bit more truthful. And because that's what this month is all about. And you as a Scorpio know that sometimes we get so squeezed, but after that comes the release. That's something to look forward to, and especially will happen around the end of the month, around the 25th, around that date. So it's a building up of emotions, or you could say it's a building up of situations and thoughts and feelings, so that we can release. So let's break this down into three major things. Now, first of all, I've been speaking a lot about the Saturn-Neptune square, I think approximately a year. This is not so important for you, but on what areas of life is this happening? Well, the Neptune is about your ideal, it's about broadening your perspective. Saturn is about narrowing it. Saturn is about your reality. What is real, what is not? So reality check, absolutely. Neptune is being in your your fifth house for a long time, for years and years. So, and it's doing a good job there. It's not a bad thing. Neptune is trying to make your perspective a little bit broader when it comes to fifth house things, which could be maybe romance, maybe creativity, maybe what else is the fifth house? How you enjoy yourself. So these are the key areas. So you're exploring a bit more, opening the heart, you could say, because the fifth house is the house of the heart. So it's a soft, gentle, romantic feeling that opens you up, and that gives you inspiration. I think Neptune in the fifth is very inspirational thing to have. So it's not bad, but now Saturn comes aspecting that Neptune and is showing where it is bad, or where you went a little bit in the negativity with Neptune. And what is that? Basically, maybe mistakes, actually. You saw it in a certain way and it was maybe not that way. So that's what Saturn is trying to do. Maybe you had a bit of too much projects going on, and Saturn is saying, hey, Saturn is in your second house. Saturn is saying, how much does it cost? You know, that kind of very real thing going on. Again, I don't think this is a major thing for you, but it can be a bit stressful, you know, especially around that time of the 25th, that building up towards, oh, maybe I need to let go of a project or two, if you have like 25 projects going on, which could be the case with Neptune in your fifth house. Or maybe maybe you are a very young person and you're having a bit too much of romance going on there. And Saturn is saying, hey, who do you value? You value yourself. Be a bit more, you know, something like that. I know it's a stupid example, but things like that are going on. Again, it's a bit minor. It's not that important for you. What else is going on that is, I think, a bit more important, because it's going on for also a long time, and it involves eclipses. and it involved. So this is a process that's been going on certainly as from September. You felt it also in October, and now it continues. And this has to do with, you will like that. It's has to do with some things behind the scenes, under the surface, secrets, hidden things, hidden stuff. It doesn't have to be negative, you know. Hidden things that we hide every now and then can be positive as well. For instance, if we are thinking about another job, we first need to have a bit of a strategic plan okay, but I want to do another job. Before I say it in the open, I have to finish that other one. So it's about releasing, and it's about so that's the good thing about doing things a bit in isolation. So of course can be bad as well, you know, especially with the Venus there in the 12th. But again, you are a Scorpio, you are a strong sign that is you know, wanting the truth. And what is this all about? This lunar eclipse was about relationships for everyone. You know, it was in Libra, because this is happening in your 12th house Libra and the 6th house of Aries. So for all of us, it has to do a bit with relationships, and it has to do with truthfulness in that. And it has to do also with Juno, the asteroid of the commitment. So, and it is there, Juno was there last month, still now in November, it's going to be in your 12th house. So it's, where are you going to commit yourself? Towards who are you going to commit yourself? Venus is your opposite side, is the ruler of your opposite side. So it could have to do with a relationship. So maybe you are single and you're thinking of someone. Could be the case. Maybe you are not single and you're thinking of someone. Maybe your relationship is very bad and you're planning, look, but there's someone else. And maybe you're not going towards that other person, but maybe you're thinking, that's what I need in a relationship. That's what I want to commit. And things like that. Maybe a relationship is going very well. Maybe you are going to see the truth of that. So it's impossible to say this in a general horoscope, how it's going to show itself. And you will not know it until it's there, because it's Uranus is involved. And Uranus is the planet of surprises, so it probably will come out of the blue. So what was this all about? Okay, relationships, maybe things that were hidden. In October, on the 12th of October, there was a new moon in Libra in that 12th house. So it might have to do with that as well, around what happened to you around that time. And some things out of the blue that has to do with also your mind, and information that came to you were a bit surprising. But again, were very true. This is the whole retrograde that I'm summing up in a nutshell here, that was squashed between Pluto and Uranus. So this was about truth as well. So, and that's what you're gonna like about this, you Scorpios, even if it's going to be a surprise. And Scorpios don't like surprises, but you're saying, okay, if this is the truth, I will have to adjust myself. And Scorpios can do that. They go through it. They're not running away from things. So whatever is happening there in that 12th house, you already saw some clues in October that were a bit surprising. You know, you might have thought about someone and it was a bit obsessive maybe, or thinking about something that was obsessive that you liked, because Venus is not always a person. It can be something that you value very strongly, that you were attached to very strongly, and you thought about it, and all of a sudden Uranus opposed Mercury, and your thoughts need to be adjusted there. And whether that is a good thing or a bad thing, painful or not, it's just what it is. So now Venus is going through, so we're getting waves of this energy, and now Venus is going through your 12th house and aspecting this Pluto and Uranus. So again, goes through the intensity, almost a bit obsessive. This could be actually thinking obsessively about someone, or this could have to do thinking obsessively about something that you think is very important for you. You know, it can be a material thing actually. and that is needed. That I know people say, well, again, you're a Scorpio, you understand that sometimes we need to obsess to know the truth. After that, then comes the release, and the release will come, especially when Uranus opposes that Venus. So you're going to feel a lot, and you're going to feel very intense and a bit dark maybe, because Pluto squares up to that Venus. Maybe even thinking a bit bad about a person, you know. I have my Venus in Scorpio, and I know that, that has trust issues every now and then you don't trust them, then you see the truth. I need to trust these people, I better do that, because it has to do with defense mechanism, for instance. So this Uranus is really going to give freedom and liberation towards that Venus there. And that will happen around approximately, it's not going to be bang on that day, but approximately around 22, 23, 24 of November. An important date is the 25th as well, culmination time. So what can you expect? Actually, what you least expect. So if you have been feeling about a person in a specific way, are suppressing something, suppressing feelings, again with the Venus in the 12th, suppressing something, it's going to come up. It's going to come up, and you're going to see, okay, I didn't know that. This is what I was feeling actually for this person. Again, whether it is good or bad, it doesn't matter. You're going to see the truth about your feelings about someone, and it's needed there. It needs to come up there. You're going to see the truth about a person, and you like that, you Scorpios. But the truth will be unexpectedly, and the truth will demand from you some adjustments, and you will be able to do that, because after that Mars comes in. Mars is also entering that 12th house of yours, and is also going to battle a little bit to show you your blind spots. So interesting, very scorpionic kind of month for you Scorpios. And so yes, be open for the truth. And I don't have to say that to you, do I? And then a blessing that is going on, a true blessing here, because this is all a bit 12th house matters is not easy. But again, you are Scorpio, you can deal with that. You're a water sign, and 12th house is a watery house. So where are the blessings? If we, this is again a scorpionic trait, isn't it? When we look too much at what is difficult, you forget what is going on with you on a good level. And this is your 11th house. Absolutely. This is already going on for a bit with Jupiter there. So there are new aspirations coming in. Absolutely. There are maybe new friends coming in. Or maybe a bit more support for friends than usual, finding them more meaningful. And the North Node shifts into the 11th house, and that is around the 13th of November. This is good. This is really a blessing, and a blessing if you focus on it, because the North Node shows if you put your focus on there, you're gonna have some big growth going on here. So be social whilst all these things are going on behind the scenes. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Be social, and there's so much going on behind the scenes. Be open to people, be open to friends. If you are single, having Jupiter and the North Node, especially when it's going to conjunct each other, and that's around, I think, January or February. If you are single, you might meet really, wow, the love of your life there. But it can be a mentor as well, someone that helps you out, and that is good as well. And this North Node shows your focus. Put your focus a bit more on friends. Put your focus a bit more on aspirations, new aspirations. The North Node shows where we need to break rules. So you can break rules when it comes to the circle of your friends, when it comes to aspirations that are totally different. And the south node, which is the opposite house, is like your spiritual practice. It's where you dissolve things. It's where the Neptune is. So maybe dissolving a couple of projects, a couple of problems. Maybe dissolving a couple of hobbies. Maybe dissolving, putting the emphasis a bit too much on, what I want, and here I am. Not that I think that Scorpios do that too much, but anyway. But this is something that is beginning in November, and I will continue talking about this for a long time, because the North Node stays in there for 18 months. So, very fated connections as well with friends, with like-minded people, etc. Interesting month, you Scorpios. I hope you will like the truth that comes up there in some kind of way. And wishing you good luck. And if you like this video, please spread it. I do not have other social media, and I hope people will spread this around. If you want a reading, just get in touch, and wishing you all the best. Bye bye.